here to prospect for minerals here. We hear there's gold in these here, and we're going to dig some up.
And we've acquired the mineral rights for the entire Bear Mountain development here. We own 800 hectares of mineral rights, and we're here to exploit our opportunities, which have been provided and streamlined and made possible by the Gordon Campbell government, so that ordinary citizens like myself can go and get a free miner's certificate, and then at the click of a mouse, click, 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 click on all the polygons, and we've acquired the mineral rights for this entire development. And we believe that there's some basalt underneath the 9th hole, and we're going to go check it out. There might be some gneiss up there. There might also be some basalt. We can see the little bit of granite here and there, and we're going to go explore and exert our rights under the Mineral Rights Act. So let's go, folks. And
I think it was something you didn't say. I think you were something out of the way. It was an excuse you wanted to own, so you brought it home. You didn't lie, you didn't feel. If you didn't lie, well, somebody did. You found a pneumonia all on your own, and you brought it home. A little bit of you goes a long way. A little bit of you.
See, the Bear Mountain landscapers and the Jack Nicklaus designed golf course that you're looking at here. You see how artfully the watercourses have been sculpted. You know, they've removed all the vegetation that was nearby so that you can enjoy the view of the architecture of the terraces and you know, this lovely little bits of rock work that they've done here.
Well, what strikes me, Edmar, is that nothing seems natural here. Everything, even the rocks and trees, have an artificially placed sort of sense to them, just looking at it.
Yeah, there's this sort of sand dune style, you know, landscaping that goes on, and as we're walking across the golf course, you can actually feel the saturation level of the undersoil. It's just literally like if you sat down on it, you'd get a soaker. You know, it's just absolutely saturated with water. This thing is just sucking a huge amount of water.
Well, it doesn't really matter if it takes much in March, but come August, when water gets scarce up in these high reaches here.
Yeah, and you can see this
There's
water
a few
course.
trees
They brought
here.
in boulders. These are not natural.
About the water falling more?
Well, there's no water falling off the mountain there. That's pumped
Out of
into
the lake?
a reservoir, and then it's totally artificial, the entire thing there.
So they're just pumping. Was this a lake, or did they build this?
It might have been, but hard to say what anything really was here.
And you presumably the Bear Mountain Bonanza Corporation has the mineral rights to the bottom of the lake?
As far as I'm aware, we own everything that is below the overburden.
Right.
The overburden is mining terminology
That pesky
for
earth.
what Nancy Turner calls the Earth's blanket. That is, it's the organic layer. So, you know, just like at the interchange, they've ripped out the trees. Then they've gone in there with large stump grinders, pulled the stumps out, and thrown them into the stump grinders and ground them up into chips. And then all of the organic matter, all this soil and humus and duff and everything is all just scraped right off down to bare rock. And then they put in these artificial waterfall installations like over here in this lake. So we're just going to go around the lake and we're going to head up And up there somewhere in that destruction rubble zone is where the Spa F cave is. And this is, I believe, where the Quig Towers are intended to go.
Oh my goodness. Right on top of there?
Right on top. Culturally modified trees.
Oh. So what's this?
Okay, well these are what you call CMTs, or
Oh, and there's
otherwise
one there
known as
too.
culturally modified trees.
And this one here too?
And this is where these cedars were historically peeled by First Nations at some point.
So the First Nations would peel the bark and use it for building canoes and...
Well, no, they use the bark for clothes and baskets
Or,
and
pardon me.
that sort of thing, but yeah,
Right.
these are, this one's got a saw cut in it, which is more recent.
And then when they felled trees, they would burn them, right? Is that right? To get canoe material? Or
there's
how did they do that in those days?
I mean, that's another whole long story.
Oh.
I could get into it at any time if you like, but I'll talk about it if you like. But you want to keep the more specific issue?
But the destruction of...
Cross this all together.
All right. The destruction of culturally modified trees could be considered genocide then. It's the destruction of the history of the region.
Well, it is, but the Heritage Conservation Act is such a colonially bogus piece of junk that it says that these trees, unless they can be proven to have been peeled prior to 1846, which is the arbitrary colonial date by which North America was sort of divided into half between Canada and Americans, and so anything modified since that date has no value according to them. It's almost
an ostrich? Do you think? Is it a bird?
That's not a bird.
No, but look at how it looks, you know what I mean?
Well, it kind of does look like one, doesn't it?
And you can see its head bent back there at the top.
Wow.
It's got long legs. What is it?
I think it's a deer.
Really?
Poor
babies.
So this is its front legs. And
Here's
its
the
back
golf
legs
ball I
over there.
found just over there.
Yeah, what is it?
What is it? TaylorMade.
TaylorMade, hey, that's good.
Is that a good one?
Apparently there's Bear Mountain.
It was underneath the moss when you got it?
Yeah.
And you think it's a deer?
It's a deer, yeah.
It's not the last of the rare ostrich population of Bear Mountain?
Well, it could be the Bear Mountain variety.
Yeah. I think that
this segmented beak. Yeah, I do believe this is a distinct feature of the Bear Mountain ostrich species.
The extinction process. See, that was the last ostrich of Bear Mountain, I think.
Now, see, no other bird species in the world has
a little bit of you goes a long way. A little bit of you goes a long way. You give me one thing to keep. Your monkey's talking so loud I can't sleep. When you're in session, I'll leave you alone until you're home. You inward ways and you discover a price to pay. I found little bit of you goes a long way. A little bit of you goes a long way.